In this video, I'm going to show you how to get $45,000 in business funding with a 520 credit score. Let's begin. Step number one is cleaning your credit. First and foremost, if your credit score is that low, it's most likely because your credit report has negative items on it like late payments or charge-offs and collections. So before we do anything, we want to go ahead and get those negative items removed from your credit report expeditiously. Now, are there credit products that can get your business funded without having to use your personal credit report? Yes, there are. However, most of those business credit products are corporate credit cards like Divvy, Torpago, and Ramp, which only allow for you to carry a balance on them for 30 days before paying back what you've borrowed in full. Any business credit products that don't require a personal guarantee and allow for you to carry a balance longer than 30 days usually requires some other form of collateral, or they want to see that your business has large amounts of cash flow coming in on a month-to-month basis. So with that being the case, that essentially means that you have three options. Number one, clean your credit. Number two, have access to lines of credit that you have to pay back every 30 days. Or number three, have other forms of collateral that you can put up in exchange for the business funding. Now, of the three, the easiest option is restoring your credit report. Most people just think it's difficult because they've been doing it all wrong. All you're going to do is access your credit report using myfreescorenow.com. Once you have your report, you're going to identify all the negative items holding your credit report back, and then you're going to use these two laws, 15 U.S. Code 1681EB and 15 U.S. Code 1681I5. Now, the first law states that whenever a consumer reporting agency prepares a consumer report, it shall follow reasonable procedures to assure maximum possible accuracy of the information concerning the individual about whom the report relates. Then the following law after that states, if after any reinvestigation under paragraph 1 of any information disputed by a consumer, an item of the information is found to be inaccurate or incomplete or cannot be verified, the consumer reporting agency shall promptly delete that item of information from the file of the consumer or modify that item of information as appropriate based on the result of the reinvestigation. So this is essentially a 1-2 punch that you can use to challenge the accuracy of the negative items on your credit report and have them removed in 60 to 90 days. Step number two is to build your credit report. So once you've used those two laws to restore your credit, it's now time to rebuild your credit. Now, when it comes to the ideal credit report needed to get the max amount of funding for your business, this is the blueprint that you want to follow. First and foremost, you want to have 100% payment history. Then you want to have 6 to 10 plus positive credit accounts showing on your credit report. You want your credit card utilization to be under 10%. You want to have 2+ years of positive credit history. And last but certainly not least, no more than 3 hard inquiries showing on any of your credit reports. Now, for us to check off all those boxes, it starts with the kind of credit accounts that we're going to be adding to our credit report. We want to add accounts that's going to help us to build payment and credit history while also keeping a minimum amount of inquiries on our report. So I would recommend that you guys sign up for a credit building program called Rent Reporters. So Rent Reporters allows you to take your monthly payments that you're making to your rent and have it report to your credit profile. Even if you don't pay rent, you can still sign up for this program and say that you pay rent to your parents if you're still living at home and have those payments show on your credit report. And this program allows you to backdate your payment history for up to 2 years, which is going to help you to build payment history and length of credit history. Now, the one caveat to this program is that unfortunately it does only report to TransUnion. So some other ways that you can go about building out your credit report is through secured loans with local banks and credit unions that you already have a relationship with, and other credit building programs like Self, Tomo, and Kickoff. Then from there, you can apply for some starter credit cards like the Discover It Cashback card, which pulls from Experian, and the Apple credit card, which pulls from TransUnion. And finally, step number 3 is going to be to get the business funding. Once you've built your credit report, it's time to leverage it to get access to the $45,000 in business funding. So here are 3 banks that you can go to along with the credit reporting agencies they pull from to get access to the capital needed for your business. By the way, if you're interested in getting access to capital, but you've struggled to do so due to your poor credit, then head over to takeoffinancial.com. That's takeoffinancial.com, where you can schedule a free consultation with me and my team so that we can assist you in cleaning your credit and getting you one step closer to the funding you need to build the business of your dreams. The link for the website is going to be in the description below. But back to the video. Bank number one is going to be Chase Bank, that pulls from Experian to determine if they're going to approve you for the funding. Now, the kind of card that you can apply for varies on what you're looking for in a business credit product. I would recommend that you guys look into the Chase Inc. Business Cash Card, because with this card, you can get 0% intro APR for the first 12 months of the account being open and earn $900 in bonus cash back when you spend more than $6,000 in the first 3 months. Now, Chase is known to be a stickler for new accounts given their daunted 524 rule, where they won't approve you for any of their funding products if you've opened at least 5 new accounts in the last 24 months. But once you have your bases covered, it's worth it because this bank will give you the bag for your business. For myself personally, I've gotten around $45,000 in business funding from this bank alone for all of my LLCs. Bank number 2 is going to be KeyBank, which is going to do a soft pull. That's soft. From Equifax. Now, with KeyBank, they are going to check your Equifax to determine if they'll approve you for funding. However, like I said before, the pull is soft. It's soft. It's not going to be hard. It's going to be soft, meaning that they're going to check your credit report, but they won't leave an inquiry on there to let other banks and lenders know that they checked it, which is important. And you'll see why for bank number 3. Now, the rumor around the internet is that KeyBank has a no-doc program that'll approve you for up to $50,000 in funding. However, when I went to apply for funding with this bank under one of my LLCs, they did ask for my personal tax returns and my business bank statements as well. I'm not sure if that's because my relationship with the bank wasn't the strongest at the time, or if there's something they saw on their back end that flagged my application to have me provide additional info, or if it's geographic to where they do that for some states, but they don't do it for others. But I'm just telling y'all my experience so that you know in advance before you go to the bank. Now, you can apply for their KeyBank business card, which allows for you to have a 0% intro APR for the first 6 months of the account being open. And finally, bank number 3 is going to be Truist Bank, which is going to do a hard pull on Equifax. Now, remember, since KeyBank is not going to be leaving an inquiry on our credit report since the pull is soft, it's soft with KeyBank, what does that now mean? Well, what that means is that we can now go to another bank that does do a hard pull from Equifax, since there's no inquiry on our Equifax report from KeyBank, so that we can access more funding for our business. So the next bank that we're going to go to is going to be Truist Bank. Now at Truist, you can apply for their Truist business card and get a 0% intro APR for the first 9 months of the card being open, or you can get the Truist Business Cash Rewards card and get 0% intro APR for the first 12 months of the account being open. If you followed steps 1 and 2 down to the T, you should be able to get anywhere between $10,000 to $15,000 in business credit from each bank. So that's $15,000 from Chase, $15,000 from KeyBank, and $15,000 in business funding from Truist to give you a grand total of $45,000 in business funding that you can invest in your business. Make sure you guys subscribe for more content, and if you're interested in cleaning your credit to get access to business funding, click the link below to book a call with my team, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Peace, family.